Tonight's Devar Torah is sponsored by the word midos. There's the Hebrew word midos. Anyone heard of the word midos before? Or for Sarah, midot, right? So, and also for Mrs. Chefs. So, what is the word midos? Anyone heard the word midos before? Amida, midos? Heard the word midos? Anyone or chose to
measures,
topic?
Measures.
Okay, so we know this English word measures. Measure things all the time, but the way the word midos used in Hebrew is unusual for any other language, and that is because when we talk about midos in Hebrew, in a Torah context, we're talking about people's character traits. We say, how are this person's midos? When we say how their midos are, we don't mean how tall are they. We mean the kind person, the selfish person. Are they patient? Are they stingy? Are they compassionate? Are they a little bit short-tempered? That's what we mean when we say midos. And the question is, why is this word used? Because they say in English, we say character traits. So the word trait has lots of meanings. So when we talk about someone's character traits in English, we say character right next to it. So we know character, we know what that means, character traits. But in Hebrew, we don't say character midos. We just say midos, measures. And I never had a satisfactory answer, because if you read, Hebrew text with students like my wife and I do a lot of our time, so we have to, the word midos comes up again and again. I never had a satisfactory answer. Why is this the word used for character traits in this language, in our language, in the holy language of Hebrew? So I was learning with a student once, I was thinking about it, and finally it came to me. And I said, you know what? It's not that, we're strange, and we use this word for measure to mean character trait, and everybody else doesn't. It says, no. It says, everyone uses the term the same way. Every language in Hebrew, we all mean measures when we say midos, but it's just we have a different emphasis when we're thinking about it. I'll tell you what I mean. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. So if you know anything about Cleveland, Ohio, this time of year, they're writing about midos all the time. When I say midos, measures. Front page of the paper, measures all the time. What kind of measures? Well, it's the NFL draft is coming up, right? So now during the NFL season, there isn't much to write about, right? But during the draft, well, the Cleveland team always way at the top. They have their pick of anyone, and they write about measures all the time. There's different people. They measure people very exactly. How big is he? Right? I mean, it's not just how tall and how heavy. How big is his chest? How big are his biceps? How big are his thighs? They really put out the measures for these things. I said they're measuring people. And then, if you want to get a little more abstract, well, how do he perform? How fast does he run? Right? How far can he throw? How high can he jump? These are the measures that they discuss in sports. But it's not just sports. It's not just this. It's not just one little part of life. So we work in a university. Right? College students, they measure people all the time, especially places like Yale, but any university. What are the grades? What's their grade point average? What are the SAT scores? Well, what kind of awards do they win? How many? Right? Where do they rank? And this and that, in that metric. Everyone likes measures. And then you graduate, college, it doesn't change. It's still measuring people, right? You're going in for jobs. They want to measure job performance, and even outside, not just in the job world, even in our communities, I'm sorry to say, we measure people like, how much money does he make, right? How much do they pay for that house, right? How much, what kind of car are they driving? How much do they pay for that suit, right? We're measuring people all the time, measuring people, rating them in all sorts of different ways. Everyone measures. Everyone in the world uses midos when they evaluate people. So then I realized, so why does the word midos, again, literally means measures used for character traits in Hebrew? Because in the Jewish world, the way we measure a person really is by their traits of character. When we say a measure of a person, we measure a person, we're not talking about how fast they run, we're not talking about their grades, we're not even talking about how much money they have. We're talking essentially, we just use the word just plain, we say the measure of this person, the midos, we mean what kind of person, what kind of character do they have? That's the way the Jewish people, that's the way the Torah looks at a person. How kind are they? How generous are they? That's the main measure of a person. That's what we should care about. Now, of course, I know we're all affected by these other measures that everyone talks about in the world, society all around us, and we care about them too, but we should at least appreciate what's the main thing that we care about. What's the main measurement that matters to a Jewish person? Right? That's our traits of character. I want to end, just thank you very much for the opportunity. One last thank you. You know, it's one thing to have a brilliant idea to start a program like CTC, and try to run it, but it's another thing to make it happen, and to make it happen, you have to have people who appreciate the importance of learning Torah, which is all of you, all of your study partners, who are such an inspiration for us, and such teachers for us. You know, how much more we should appreciate our need to study, and I thank you just very, very much for this opportunity again.